for our third video, I will discuss course assignments. I'm on page 11 of your syllabus. So with our course assignments, I try to be as clear as I can. You will be responsible for reading each of the 11 chapters in the Kiefer text. That is the one that you will do the readings through McGraw-Hill Connect. So you're going to be assigned a chapter or a portion of chapters each week. And then as you progress through the content, Connect will automatically embed comprehension questions. So this is a way for you to do a formative assessment of your own understanding. So each chapter is worth 15 points for comprehension questions. What matters for the reading is that you complete it. If you get a question wrong, you don't lose points. If you don't complete the assignment, that's how you'll lose points. So as you're reading, it's important to make sure that you're understanding. So the program will periodically place questions for you to answer, and if you get them wrong, it'll take you back to that section where that information will be, and you can reread that, get asked the question again, and then see if you can move on. So that's for our chapter. You'll be doing 11 of those throughout the week. There's also quizzes. So for each chapter in Connect, there will be a quiz. Now these will be for points, whether you have right or wrong. You will take the quiz up to 2 times, because remember, I want you to master this content. I don't want you to feel like you're unsure about anything in this course. So if you get an 80 on the first time and you're happy with that, you can keep an 80. If you want to retake that for a higher score, you can. So it is entirely up to you. The quizzes are multiple choice, and you'll have 30 minutes to complete the quiz, and you will need to complete the quiz in one sitting, so you're not going to be able to pause the quiz and come back to it. The chapter readings you can pause the chapter, and then pick up where you left off. That's not a problem. But with the quizzes, once you commit to sitting down, make sure you have enough time available to you to finish the quiz. The next piece is discussion boards. I cut out discussion boards largely this semester. Last semester I had a lot, and because we were meeting live, I didn't think we necessarily needed all of them. So I'm not going to describe the discussion board assignments to you right now. If we decide to put one in, this is the format that we will follow, and we'll discuss it at that time. The first big assignment that I would like to talk to you about is your literacy supportive environment checklist and essay. So we're going to be working on this throughout the course. So the first thing that you're going to do is that you're going to actually create a usable checklist that you can use, or you would be able to use in an environment like a classroom, to determine if this environment supports literacy. So you will have to ask the questions to say if this environment supports literacy or not. So the first part will be submitting a rough draft. So you'll have an opportunity in class. There's only 6 of us or 7 of us now, so this will really be nice. So there'll be a class date. Look in the calendar. It's already listed, when everyone should have their rough draft finished. Then we'll work in pairs, and we'll give each other feedback on our rough draft. I will give you feedback on your rough draft. Then you have a chance to take that feedback and then prepare your final draft. Your final draft, so this is creating the checklist. Your final draft will be due at the end of the semester, and if you're able to actually have field placements in a live classroom, I would encourage you to actually use the assessment in the classroom, just to see how the classroom fares as far as promoting literacy. So that's the first piece, is creating that checklist. The next piece that you'll have is reflecting on the results. So I call this your board of directors speech. So it's after you have created or used your checklist for the literacy supportive environment, you're going to reflect on what you observed and learned about an environment that supports literacy. So you're going to pretend that you are asked to speak either at the school board where you're employed, or at the center with your center director, or with the board of trustees of your program, to make a plea to inform them about the importance that an environment plays when we're developing literacy skills. So your job is to convince them to appropriate funds, specifically more materials or professional development that highlights the role the environment has on the development of language and literacy skills. So it's almost like a persuasive essay that you're going to write. And we'll talk more about that in class, but you'll have the checklist, and then you'll have this board of directors speech. And in your speech, you should have reference to at least 3 current sources. So you know it doesn't have to be, or should not be, just from your own idea. You should be linking your requests for materials or requests for professional development to current research, and that's all something that we're going to talk about in class this semester.